Hello everyone and welcome to the Gooner Factory. So today is game day, but we have an extra incentive in this game now because Man City have dropped points again. We'll be talking about that because it affects us massively, and also Arteta's decisions are starting to be questioned. So let's get into it. So first of all, I just want to know everyone's thoughts on this game today. I'm going with a 2-1 win. Although I've said a few times, this could be more for sure. It just depends on what kind of Arsenal turn up. But as I mentioned, I'm sure the players will be way more up for this now. They've seen Man City drop points again, and this is massive. I mean, this is actually starting to look like a season where City are just not up for it. How are Man City at home going 2-0 up till like the 76th minute, then drawing the game 2-2 against Crystal Palace? That's unheard of with Pep and this Man City side. So it seems like they're either going through some kind of transition, or maybe just the invincibility of Man City is starting to wear off. We've seen so many times this season that teams are just they're going for Man City now, and they're getting results from it. In previous season, everyone would sit back and just stay compact and allow City to come onto them. But that's probably the worst thing you could do, because they've got some of the best players in the world who can operate and find openings in the tightest spaces. But this season, it seems like teams are seeing other teams have success just by being direct, so they're trying it and then they're also having success. And City's defence seems so shaky this season. So far, they conceded 20 goals. This is a team who's usually so stingy defensively. They play almost 4 centre-backs across the back line just to make sure they have maximum solidity. But this season, they're just a bit all over the place. To put it into context, right, 20 goals conceded is the same amount as 16th placed Everton. So at what point do we have to stop saying, this is City, they'll go on a 20-game winning streak soon? And at what point do we start saying, oh my God, City might not be in a title race this year? And I'm not saying you can say that yet, but there will come a point, if they keep producing results like this, people might start to realise this Man City team's fell off a bit. And that's why we just need to keep winning now, because with every passing game week, the possibility of someone else winning the league this season is becoming more and more likely. So we just have to make sure we're there or thereabouts come the end of the season. Just keep picking up wins, and that starts again today. If we can't beat Brighton today, then we go into that game against Liverpool at Anfield with like a slight lack of confidence. Then forget about it. We'll get battered. But win this game. I mean, preferably playing well, but even if not, just get the win. Because Liverpool play after us today, so that's a chance for us just to put maybe a little bit of extra pressure on them, or give them something to think about. We know they're playing a poor Man United side, but it's a derby. So for the first time in a very long time, I might just be hoping Man United get something out of this game. And God, that feels awful just saying that. So on to the don't do it part of the video. And from the reaction of many Arsenal fans online, and even the ones that I've spoken to in person, to be fair, there seems to be like a massive gathering and momentum of people demanding Ramsdale be given another chance in goal for the Premier League. They don't want to see Raya again. Many people, and me as well to be honest, thought he could have done better for that goal that Villa scored. But even before that, he was the reason that 2 of them goals went in for Luton. So that's possibly 3 goals he's caused us in the last 2 games. We can't carry on like that. So Arteta better really understand what he's doing here, because if he plays him again today and he makes mistakes, I think fans are nearly at breaking point on this whole Raya thing, and emotions might flare and people will inevitably aim that at Arteta. He can't keep being stubborn forever. There might have to be a point in time where he holds his hands up and says, okay, I'll listen. You want Ramsdale in the Premier League, here you go. And it's not like that would necessarily be bowing down to the pressure. Ramsdale is such a good keeper. You're not making yourself weaker by putting Ramsdale in goal. And I think that's what so many Arsenal fans are agitated about. You replaced a real fan favourite, a real Arsenal player with passion, a connection with the fans. So if you're going to replace that guy, you better improve that position massively. That's the only way the fans will understand. But the position hasn't improved. In fact, the keeper's ability is seemingly worse. And of course you can forgive it at the beginning, because there will be a period of embedding a new player in. But how long can that continue for, especially for a keeper whose mistakes are always going to be worse? Because if a keeper makes a mistake, 80% of the time, that chance is going to end up in a goal. And especially for a team in a title race, especially for a keeper who's likewise on the other teams are Ederson and Alisson. And especially when the guy on the bench beat Ederson and Alisson into the team of the year last season. That's why this story doesn't go away. That's why this story is mentioned every day, because it is valid. But as I said, I'd like to know your thoughts on it. So let me know what needs to happen, what would you do, and who would you start for this game? And as always, thanks to everyone for watching and listening. If you could, before you leave, just hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.